everyone, hope you're well. So I'm thinking of starting a new kind of series, as it were, and it's going to be called Mindful Mondays or something like that. Mindful Mondays, something like that. And it's going to be basically mental health, emotional health, self-care, that kind of thing, getting your mind in a good place, that kind of thing. And I was thinking about it for a while, but I came across some old footage I did of when I was gonna talk more about my emotional health, and I thought maybe to kick it off I'll put that down and I'll put that up and just checking as a way of getting into it, like a way of starting it off. My allergies are playing up so much today, and I'm just here waiting for my bus because I want to go to the shop. I'm just not used to people just going past. They're just looking at me like, what are you doing? Why are you talking to your phone? But sorry, I'm talking to my phone. But yeah, so I'm gonna go to the shop now. I'm waiting on the bus. Yeah, so anyway, I thought like I'll kick it off, and just like emotional well-being is just serious, man. There's been so many news and unfortunate news of people it's just too much for them, you know. So yeah, that's what I thought I'd do. So like I said, I'm going to the shop now, and I'm gonna come off because I'm just looking around because people are, like, you know what, maybe I'm looking at people so they're looking at me, but it just feels like, you know, when people are just looking at you like, why are you talking to your phone? But I decided I'm gonna wait for the bus. I could either, but I think I'm just gonna wait for the bus that will take me all the way there, although it's gonna come in a long time, but I'm just gonna do that anyway. So anyway, yeah, so I'm gone now, bye. Hi everyone, so I'm back because the other day I went to the shop and it's hot in here, man. Jeez, so I'm in the car because the boys are at home, and so I just came in the car where it's quiet. Excuse me. Ooh. So yeah, the other day when I was talking, I went to the shop, and by the time I did all the shop, I went to about 3 or 4 different shops that day. Excuse me. So by the time I came home, and everything, it was like I just didn't record, yeah, I didn't continue, and I realized that I thought that was hubby, but it's not. I realized I didn't actually explain the new series properly, so I thought I'd quickly come and continue talking about it a little bit. It's gonna be like, I don't know what I'm gonna call it, Mindful Mondays or something like that, anyway, about emotional health, mental health, well-being, etc, etc, because I've talked about it a little bit. And yeah, depression is real. And while I was in the process of doing all of recovering files and stuff, I found some footage that I had talking about depression and some other bits and pieces when I first started my therapy and all of that. And it just nudged me to actually start this series, or well, I was gonna do a video, and then I thought, why not do a series? Because at the end of the day, I am trying to get better. I want to do whatever it takes to get better. My emotional health, mental health, well-being, physical health, everything else. I'm just trying to do a whole new thing. I started, but I could feel myself slipping back a little bit. So I I just need a change. I just need to do something. And looking back in the looking back at the videos, I can see by my face that my physical well-being is much better. Yeah, I talked a little bit about the weight loss and everything else, and that's going well. It's going okay. Well, I say it's going okay, but I should be positive. I should actually say it's going good. I've lost quite a bit of weight. I've got more active. Yeah, it's definitely not where I want to be, but definitely not where I was. Yeah, my face, I mean, I can tell in pictures that my face has got more, like, got slimmer. I can tell, like, my cheekbones and here it's got slimmer. But with my face, I notice excuse me, like when I have allergies and stuff, like my face can get puffy, so sometimes it's not so easy to tell. And but anyway, I can tell in pictures that I've lost body weight and dress sizes and etc. Too much information, but underwear, I've gone down a fair few sizes in my underwear, which is great. Like the bottom underwear, like panties. Anyway, moving on. And like my top, I can tell that I have, and that's really good. I honestly, if I weren't afraid of surgery and everything else, man's looking at me, if I weren't afraid of surgery and stuff like that, I would get a breast reduction. I had to say that quietly because the man across there, but he's just looking at me. Maybe he thought I was filming him, but no, I'm not filming you, love. Not love, that's a bit rude. Anyway, yeah, I'm not filming you. Anyway, so I would have a breast reduction. I would suck out, listen, I'd have the works, mate. But I've been doing it like without surgery. I've been doing the weight loss without surgery. I've been walking a lot. I've been walking. I've been watching what I eat. What else? Yes, I've been in the sun. I can see that I've got a tan. I don't know if you can see, I've got a tan. Oh, my top's a bit, sorry about that. Yeah, I've got a tan. Just being out in the sun helps so much. It's helped my well-being. It's helped like my mind. I've been doing, just trying to get my mind in a really, like, my mind space and my mindset, get that right, get that changed. So yeah, I thought it would be nice to share this journey, because I shared my hair journey, or even that in itself. My hair is really frizzy today though, because it is really hot today. Yeah, my hair is getting on really well. So yeah, I shared I shared a lot about my hair journey and how that is going. So I thought, yeah, my mind journey, healthy mind journey. Yes, I don't know what to call it, but my healthy mind journey. Yeah, that encompasses. Put all of it together. All like my weight, my physical well-being, my weight, my health, that side of things, eating, exercising, working out, being more active, looking after myself that way. Yeah, things I eat, things I drink. Definitely, I still don't eat meat, still don't eat dairy. I'm not 100% vegan. I always say this. People always ask me if I'm vegan. I'm not 100% vegan because I wear like leather. I use leather. I don't really use wool because it's quite warm, but you know, I use animal fur skin. I don't want to say. I use that. Honey. I use honey. I use products with beeswax in there. I bake with eggs if I'm baking, so I'm not 100% vegan. But if I was to put myself in a in a category, it will definitely be no meat, no dairy. What is yeah? No meat, no dairy. I'd say 95% plant-based, 96%. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so there's that. Cutting dairy really. I mean, the meat was a choice. I think I've spoken about this before, but cutting meat was a choice. It was actually a 30-day challenge, which has lasted, I think I'm coming up to 3 years. And the dairy was not by choice. The dairy is because I have a dairy allergy, so I've stopped eating dairy. But the cutting dairy out really helped my weight loss, really helped my my body. What else is there? Yeah, we lost someone that's really dear to us this year, and yeah, it's just not us. I mean, one of my boys, that was in January, and it's even now. I think it's the whole the shock that it just hurts. It's a physical pain. It's a physical. 1 minute. I'm in the car. Oh, she's in the car. Yeah. So, what's I saying? I can't remember. Yeah, the shock. I mean, it's mental, physical, emotional. Everything is just. It's just been. It's been terrible, and that. Trying to get through this has put a lot on me, put a lot on my emotional, and put a lot on my mental and emotional state. And I could feel myself really, I just didn't like where my mind was at. I didn't like the way I was feeling, and I had stopped going to therapy last year. And I mean, basically I stopped because I was going through things. I was going through a lot of stuff, and my default position is to just shut everything off, try and get on with things. It's hot. Try and get on with things. Yeah, like that's my default position, and I shouldn't have stopped going therapy, because that was the time when I should have been at therapy and like getting professional help going through everything that was going on. But yeah, so I wanted to go back, but I don't know what's stopping me. But anyway, with this bereavement and grief and stuff and the way things are going, so we lost, like I said, we lost him in January, and so that was in January. And also, I think January or February, there was just so much things going on with my second oldest son. We're still going through that now. With my oldest son, something happened to him, and then things are ongoing with him and his relationship. Then, like I said, with my second oldest son, that's still going on. Yeah, and it's just been tough. It's been tough. I mean, being a parent, I'm telling you, it is rough. It is rough. I love my kids. I'm telling you, although I had my first son quite young, and yes, circumstances wasn't what I would have thought or what I would have planned, but I wouldn't be without him. I would not be without him. And all my children, they came. They weren't planned per se, but I think I've said this before, that I knew how babies came. I wasn't doing anything to prevent that. So it's not that they weren't planned, but I wasn't doing anything not to have them. So, and I wouldn't be without them. Pregnancy, I've had really, really tough pregnancies with them. It's been like, with my last one was the worst, and Yeah, it nearly took us both out, and you know, truly we give God thanks for really being a deliverer, like in all sense of the word. So saying all of that, I decided, well, not decided, I went back and put things into place of going back to therapy. I did that on Wednesday. No, Tuesday. No, what's the day today? Today's Thursday. So I did that on Tuesday. Kicked things back into to start going back to therapy. So that's part of my whole trying to change my mindset, my body. Yeah. So I think I kind of the point that I was trying to make before was that with all of that going on, I could just feel my body really run down, really I had like really dark circles under my eyes, still have. I started noticing that I was really pale, like really pale. My face was like just I didn't look great. And I could just feel my body, like obviously my mind obviously my mind. Bring him in. Bring him in. No, 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 no. Bring him in the house. Paco. Yeah, the boys are out here playing now. I'm trying to be quiet. But what's I saying? Yeah, so excuse me. So yeah, I could feel myself, and like my mum's like, I'm really worried. Well, she was worried about my mental and emotional health. And then when she saw me, and she's like, nah, you don't look good. Not in a bad way, but you know, mums keep it real, innit? And I didn't look good. Even my kiddies was like, nah, man, nah. My older son's like, I'm really worried. I haven't seen you like this. And my hubby's like, just really worried. So I went to the I didn't go to hospital, dramatic dramas. I went to the doctor and I just said, you know what, I don't feel great. I didn't talk about my emotional or whatever. I just, you know, at that time, I just spoke to him about my physical. I just spoke about my physical self, and I just got some bloods done. Because I just felt like maybe my iron was low or something, and because I don't eat meat and I don't eat dairy, I thought maybe like my B12, and I was taking vitamins before, but I stopped taking them. So anyway, I took the bloods, came back, and iron very low, B12 or B something, and folic acid, and that I was like, wow. And he was like the B12 definitely because of the meat and everything else, the iron as well, but folic acid, he was saying that I should, like my because I have a lot of vegetables and everything else, that that was a bit surprising. But anyway, he told me to get some vitamins, get some iron, whatever, and come back in 3 months time to see how, and take my bloods again. So I have to go back because this was in February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, so I need to go back. Yeah, so anyway, so I started, so he said that I could try getting a multivitamin, and I remembered like Pregnicare, vitamins for pregnancy, or antenatal vitamins, whatever. They have folic acid and iron and all the rest of it. So I was looking at that, and then I remembered that I had some hair, skin and nails vitamins at home that I used to take, because I was taking them before for the hair benefits, and they broke me out. So I thought it's because of the biotin. Anyway, I thought, seeing as I need to take vitamins, I thought, let me try them again. So I took it for a while, and then everything was going good. I said I upped my water intake, everything was going good. Then I started to notice my face broke out. It was not nice, and I don't know if you can see like this mark here. that came up from it, and I think you might see another dark mark here that came up from it. And my skin, I stopped taking them and my skin has not got back yet. So I will be doing like skincare as part of my, I will be doing like skincare as part of my well-being. And also I have to get some vitamins that doesn't have, I think it might be the biotin in that hair, skin and nails that was the issue. So I'm gonna get some vitamins that, I'm gonna get some vitamins that don't contain biotin and see how that goes. Yeah, so like I said, this is going to be definitely focusing on my mindset, my mind space, emotional, mental health, but also my physical health, everything else. I'm going to go now. Oh, here's Hubsky. I'm going to go now because I've talked so much. But yeah, hopefully, oh no, that ain't hubby. Imposter. But yeah, so I'm gonna I'm gonna go now. And so I'm going to put in the footage of me discussing my first therapy session. But this was like my very first therapy session. And if I come across anything else when I was talking about my mental health and everything else, I do have a video on my channel where I discussed my depression and depression tips, etc. And I think I have one about self-esteem and whatever. I'll link them down below, and I'll also probably link down like some of the things that I'm doing to try and I need to just get myself together. So the spiritual aspect of everything, you know, with God, keeping him at the forefront of everything, making sure that my spiritual health is on point as well. That's gonna be it's all together, all of it. So yeah, so I'm out now, I'm going now. So thanks so much for watching and listening to me ramble on. Thanks so much for your continued support. It's really tough being so vulnerable. I don't do vulnerable well. I don't like putting myself in vulnerable positions or whatever, but you know, I do see this as part of me getting better. So thanks for watching. Thanks for your support, as I've said before. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye. 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 Bye.